Hello, and oh my gosh, we're online. Welcome to
Hey.
Mammoth Tales.
Online.
Only half an hour late.
All Aussie, late, upside down, D&D adventure where we try and play Dungeons and Dragons as best as we can. We have...
Oh my god.
I've
I'm
been
being
hiding
trolled.
it this whole time.
I'm being galad. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Where'd you get that?
It was just at Woolies for like $15, so I just added the bandana and the little.
he's
cigar.
angry.
That's sickening how much that
No, I
looks like
added
your
little,
character.
added little eyebrows.
So we
That
have
is
a
bizarre.
Nix who will be
So
very much
He'll
in
be-
character today.
chilling here.
Yeah, we had some technical issues. Sorry for the late start today. We are probably going to be just chilling all the way through. We're going to not run an intermission. These people will be getting up every 20 seconds to go to the toilet, but that's fine. Huh?
We have needs.
We do have needs. We're human beings.
We have peen
We
needs.
have needs.
People think we're D&D robots here for their pleasure, but
We ain't.
Help us.
help us with your human hands. Jordan, you've got the coins over there.
Yeah. So we're still sitting at 9 subscribers, I believe. As last I was updated. But when we hit 10 subscribers, we're going to be giving away these wonderful campaign coins, crits or fails tokens, set of 5 of them. We'll be rolling a D10 live on stream to give away to one lucky subscriber. Only for the first 10 though. So if you want to be the last one in for the draw, make sure you subscribe now. Get some campaign coins, treasure worthy of your greatest adventure. These are really cool. We use them for our inspiration tokens here. At Mammoth Tales. So they're really, really cool. They feel really nice. They make them real metal. Feel
sexy.
Sexy. Sexy.
It's the word.
Great.
It's the word of the day.
Yeah.
It's word of the day.
Yeah, very nice. And a special shout out to all the fathers out there.
Yay!
Especially
Daddy's beloved.
Especially all the fathers on the set, which is only me.
Big Daddy Cat.
Big
Daddy Cat. Big Daddy Cat.
DM.
But to everyone's dads, remember out there
No.
to say hello to them. They probably helped in some way in your life. I don't know.
Remember, they love you.
Maybe they were useless. Maybe they sat on the couch and just
Look, they got
Watch
you
it.
here.
watched the couch.
Yeah.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
But that's what we got.
Maybe they snubbed their son to go play golf today, but that's fine.
Oh.
No, I'm just
I'll be
kidding. We went for a
Big
ride
Daddy
yesterday.
Cat.
It was fine.
Let's jump right in. So we're in November. We have a pretty turbulent state being wrapped up now. Everything's cooling down a little bit, as you guys have helped in your own little ways with. I think we worked out it's the last breeze day in the chapter of Wilding. So we're heading towards a void moon in a couple of days' time. And you guys had a meeting of sorts with some characters that you weren't exactly expecting to see, who informed you that the Red Diamond was that of essentially a resting place. It was a resting place for a power long gone and maybe seeking its own return, and maybe some not so lovely people also seeking its return. This was called the Cradle of Adamant. You were also told that perhaps these powers might be the things that might be able to help you in times to come. There seems to be black dragonborn, orcs, goblins, and all kinds of creatures amassing in the Deciduant Forest. They have, for some reason, been spooked, maybe, or have found that they maybe have a weakness that maybe they need to move there and consolidate their forces. But for now, including the attack on South Sage, the Kenku seem to have pushed back away from South Sage, and as you had awoken that morning to head out to meet at the entrance to Trinx's Forest of Wonders, you will have noticed farmers mobilizing, people who work on the land moving their goods back out of the city to retake their place back. Some news of some kind of town in Shimmer Lake. Something out there that, once revealed, was immediately shrouded in mist, which mists extended out and seemed to ward certain creatures and allow certain creatures, as if almost thinking for itself. There's a lot of other things that happen, but we're not going to go too much into detail, other than to remember the last interaction with Celestine, the goddess of the sun, of jealousy, and what looked to be her death. As much of a death of a god it could have been, just light filling you and then disappearing, and then the world going dark for a long period of time. And remembering seeing your friend Yanagar, who seems to have succumbed to Celestine's fury in that moment, and herself apparated somewhere. There was never a body to bury, there was never any rights to be paid other than the memories you had. The prime plane appears to be moving on. Hayden. So after the meeting, a million things going through your head, retire to the forest, go back and see Milo, and you awaken to the strongest sun that you've seen in 7 or 8 days. And as the sun comes down, your head's sort of like on Milo, probably lying there. She's probably the softest thing you could find in the forest. As you move your head slightly, you feel something that you didn't have in your hair the day before.
Okay. Can I is it affecting the sun that's around us now?
It's not doing anything, you just feel it.
Okay.
You just feel it in your hair.
Okay. Alrighty. Do I
Sort of
touch
just-
it?
You want to touch it?
Yeah.
So you reach up and touch, and you can feel it essentially feels like one of your crystals, but a little bit sharper than usual, a little bit of a different feel to it. And you want to pull on it, or you want to grab it out of your hair, or you're going to leave it there?
Oh, she'd pull it out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you pull it down, you can feel, it's pretty sharp, so you hold behind what appears to feel like some kind of arrowhead. And you pull it down, and you watch as you pull down, the hair behind it starts to vine and twist and turn into bark and wood, and creates an arrow shaft behind it that's then flecked with a few feathers at the end.
Yeah.
The head itself is slight green color, and appears to have some form of magic in it. You're not quite sure what it feels like. It doesn't feel like your other crystals, but you have an arrow. You don't know what it does.
Okay.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So it doesn't feel like the ones that I've created previously. Okay, cool. I'm gonna store it back in my hair for the time being.
Yeah?
I'm just gonna pop it through.
You're going to chuck it back through?
Yeah, because I've got my headband, so I'm just gonna kind of shove it in, and my hair's so dirty anyway, it kind of holds itself there. So.
Absolutely. Done.
Sick.
So you guys walking through the streets, you were all heading back from your various resting places to meet at the meeting point at the center of at the opening to Trinx's Forest of Wonders.
Did we bring the chests?
I think somehow we did.
We just tanked it. Okay, cool.
I think we
I
just
got
tanked it.
one chest. Another chest.
Yeah, I definitely need help carrying it, I realised.
I could definitely help
If you were there.
if I was there.
Well, you were both in the forest, so I'm going to say that with whatever you had assumed to bring, you all meet up at the
Wait.
entrance.
Do we have a bag of holding? Is that what your bag is?
I don't know what kind of bag it is.
That bag
Disappears.
is a bag that just seems to take one item and remove its weight. It does not take multiple.
I did get told not to put anything
Well,
else
then
in it.
Anway is just gonna hulk these chests.
Yeah, and you all meet up. You're at the entrance. You
Oh.
can see a slight archway made by the trees that meet there, starting to get a lot more of the shoots back now.
Wait, I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant because I have a carry limit. So my Unseen Servant is gonna carry one of the chests.
There we go.
Pied Piper ring the little chests behind you.
My menagerie of like phase dragon things.
Sickly beasts.
Pro sickly beasts. Yeah.
Sick. Yeah.
Sick. Yeah. What would you like to do?
Look for the others.
Well, you're all going to be there. It's a pretty grand opening, and everyone seems to be dispersing, so it's going to be very easy to spot each other.
Cool. Are they there?
I probably took the line along the rooftops into one of the top of the trees, and I sort of glide down and
Absolutely.
make a grand entrance.
As much as a 19-kilogram bird can make.
Yeah.
You're only 20 kilos.
That's something to take into account for anything that you need to do with Nix, is he cannot pick or pull or push even something as much as he weighs. He has trouble with. You'll need to make a strength check for anything over 19 kilos.
Oh
Yeah,
my
dog.
God.
But I'm really quick. That's not a good thing.
And the bard's the strongest.
Up that dex, boy. That's the only way you're staying alive.
Okay.
I'm
My
gonna
dex is
cast
maxed.
my mask too. If we're going
You're going to bring your mask on,
Yeah.
so who are you going to be today?
I'm still gonna be me, but
Going to be you, but
yeah,
a little
but
bit more
yeah.
elven, a little bit more human.
Yeah,
Okay,
not so obvious.
cool.
Before I leave my nest, I kick in the dirt that I dug to lie there. And is there any leaves on the ground, like from the tree that have fallen?
They're actually mulching up a little bit more, as what seems to have come through is new growth, and it's losing less of its leaves for now. So, but what you can find is darkened, almost sort of composting style leaves at the moment. They're all a little bit wet, damp. Yeah.
Yeah. Was I told that it was just Trinx's tree that I can't take leaves from, or everywhere?
That was an old DM question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You were told, from the way I understood it, yes, you were told that you weren't supposed to be picking things from Trinx's main tree. Yeah, we get a nod from
Okay.
DM
Cool.
1.0.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, before I left, I would have tried to climb the iron trunk tree and grab a leaf.
Yeah?
It's been a while since I've
Excellent.
been home.
Have you taken a bug from the
I
forest?
took a bug for nectar.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll anything for climbing that tree, because it's an
Okay.
iron trunk tree and you grew up around them, so
Cool.
you know your way around them.
I take a small branch and I go back down.
Okay,
And now that you have reminded me, I'm gonna look for a bug.
you can look for a bug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A bug.
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
I want a bug.
It's a 10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
And you note that there are significantly less bugs around than you maybe will have been used to seeing.
Oh, that's depressing.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Are my bugs okay?
Oh, they're fine.
Oh, they're chill. All right.
You feel every now and again the
Yeah, they're
boisterous ones bolstering around in there, just having a laugh.
Quiet
They're so
Dupree.
cute.
Quiet. Now, Dupree.
Dimrath, stop being mean. Yeah, I head to where we're supposed to meet.
Excellent.
Sick.
Question about my head. Did I feel that coming, or did I just
You
know?
woke up to it.
Okay, so it happened in my sleep.
It happened in your sleep, yeah?
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that's all you know.
I haven't felt anything since.
You haven't felt anything since then.
Okay.
You still feel the radiance that you have with the light that you were able to produce from your hair, which we are yet to see. But that's about it for now.
Okay.
DM question about the Cradle of Adamant. So, just in the intro there, you described it as a resting place.
Yeah.
Is that, or is it like a prison-y type resting place, or is it like we don't know yet? Okay, great, no worries.
No. You, from what Krozak was saying,
Yeah,
he talked about Adamancor as one of the stronger of those powers.
yeah.
And was put there against his will.
Okay, so it is a container.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But he is linked to Vivia,
Yeah,
who was the one who placed him there and the only one who would be able to bring him back.
great.
That you,
Good to know.
That you have been told.
I'm just
Okay.
imagining you go in the crystal and it's like a retirement village.
For dragons.
Yeah.
Massive theme park. Yeah?
You're with us at the entrance?
I think we've all gathered now, have we?
I'm
Yeah,
fairly
I think
sure you've all
so.
done
Yeah.
bits. Yep.
Because I also had an experience with the crystal where I felt the presence of a gold and a silver energy swirling around in the red diamond,
Right.
which takes on a new meaning after the conversation we had the other day.
Yes, well, it would seem to confirm what the luminary has said.
What does that mean for us, though? What are we supposed? Do they just want us to take the gem? Is that what we're going for? And we come back?
I guess so.
The understanding I had was to get it all as far away from each other as possible. Kind of like a party, you know, when you have just 3 people, you don't really want them to talk to each other. You just kind of part the waves. We're the vessel to part the waves.
Well, for what it's worth, we did sort of say that, Krozak said, take it away and take it where I don't know. And at the mention of Ayala, he did seem to think that was a good idea. But if we do head to Ayala, like we discussed, then they would know where we are. And I wonder if that's a wise decision.
Precisely. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
I say we venture north and we investigate what's going on.
I feel like that's a terrible idea.
North, I thought we were going south.
Yes, if we go north, we'll just get the gems closer together.
Well, it depends on where the gems are currently resting, because when I went back to my room last night, I opened this chest here, and some of the diamonds that we rescued from the Shivering Timbers have some sort of an effect when they're near the red diamond.
Like a hot and cold kind of thing.
Yes, like the red diamond doesn't want to be near them for some reason. But while we're speaking of this chest, I think in the interest of moving forward, it is important that I show you what I have here. And use thaumaturgy to swing the top of the chest open. About how many gems are in there?
I took
You took 2. I would say roughly between 20 to 25 rather sturdy sized gems. Just enough to cover what you can see of the gold on the bottom of the chest.
And how much gold was
About 1,000 gold left in the chest after the big handful.
Yeah, depending on how big the handful was, I was saying it was between 400 to 700, depending on how much heap it was. So you've got about 1,000 left if Anhui has 700.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have 700.
Well, isn't this an interesting revelation?
I thought it best not to hide it from everyone. I think this gold could go a long way to getting us wherever it is that we want to get to with this diamond.
And some good food on the way.
Yes, and some good food.
How do you know they don't want to be near the gems in your chest?
I don't know for certain. It's a sense that I got when I was holding the gem close to the chest.
You felt them reacting. That's the feeling you got was them reacting to each other and the red really not being too happy. Yeah.
I don't mind where we go, as long as it's the opposite way that Verabeth goes, so that's north. So as long as we go south, it doesn't really matter where.
But where did the clocks put their gem? Would I know where they live? I wouldn't really, would I?
The Vicon?
Yeah.
No.
And that doesn't necessarily mean they would put it where they live either.
No. I mean,
Or that they would tell us.
you really wouldn't have gleaned anything, I guess. They're pretty hard to read creatures,
Yeah.
especially them stuck up as they are.
Exactly.
Should we flip a coin?
Is there another continent?
There's north of the Onyx Mountain. There's Britic, which is where the humans all disappeared back to. And there is a weird mist that says, "Don't go past as world building around the bottom left-hand corner of Thunderfang."
Oh, wonderful.
So you can venture that way if you like. One important point.
We'll be lost at sea for years.
One important point, something that you would know, Damara. This Lixium and Ayala and the map you have now. I've been working on the map and the scale of the land. It's about 580 miles to Ayala. It's a very indicative map that you have here. Sailing that amount of time is a fair distance.
Yeah.
So you'd also know that. And you'd also know that if you were to not have anyone aboard your vessel, which I have been working through the Unearthed Arcana for the ship rules, standard amount for a ship of your size would be at least 20 crew.
Yep. Yeah.
So it would be a tough journey without. You would definitely be doable using what magic and skills you have available to sail that ship, but it would not be at full speed, which is around 30 miles a day.
What if,
sounds about right.
Yeah.
what if we go south? I agree that the whole point is that they shouldn't know where the gem is. So what if we go south, but we pretend that we went to Ayala?
Well, I say that we definitely pretend we went to Ayala,
Yes.
regardless. Yeah.
I want to go south. Is anyone opposed to going north? I mean, going south.
Where to, south?
Didn't we have someone?
Down to White Print, or do we want to go all the way down to the
Crozer's
west?
going down to Whiteprint. He's meeting a friend.
What about Vogue?
I think we need a place where we can secure the gem, and it's pronounced Vosges, darling.
Don't call me darling.
I know it's very secluded up in Phantom Man, so...
Was it
Sassy.
Tibble? Tibble or something?
Tibble.
Tibble in White Print
Yeah.
that was supposed to know something about the gems. Was that the right
Yeah,
character?
Crozer, mentioned Tibble, an old friend. He knew something about the effects of the weather effects and the
The weather effects.
natural disasters
Yeah.
that have been affecting the town. He seems to have come up with some kind of theory.
Right.
How are we going to go about leaving some breadcrumbs to show them that we went to Ayala? I don't think it can just be like word of mouth.
Well, last time we spoke, that's where we said we were going. If we set sail, we can have a course change.
And we do have a way of sending messages via this little messenger dragonling thing. Maybe we can send them a message once we're there. I don't know if they can be tracked or not.
Yeah. We could leave something, or
I think we need to figure out where we're taking this gem and where it will be secure and safe and protected.
Well, I think close to here, White Print and Balance's Tower are the only two places that I can think of we could get to in a reasonable amount of time, and they might be able to shed some more information, light on it.
Who is this Balance you speak of?
It's a tiefling we encountered soon into our journey. He was definitely the most powerful magic wielder that I had met at that point.
yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Is he to be trusted?
I think so.
We don't know you, so apparently we're trusting you, so he's as trustworthy as you are,
It's a fair point.
darling.
I like her.
Well, why don't we go to White Print?
Seems like a logical place to start.
And then we can just continue going south as far as the wind takes us, I suppose.
We do have
Is it
to
a
be
sailboat?
careful.
It is a sailboat.
We do have to be careful down south. It's pretty damn close to the 10. And when she's done with the decision forest, she's probably going to go back down.
I don't think there's any need to go to 10
I say
itself.
we avoid 10.
I would like to avoid 10 myself.
Yes, very much.
Good.
I'm glad we're in agreement on that one.
And then, if we decide, when we get to Whiteprint, we can just hop on over to Ayala if that's what we should have done.
Sure. I'm up for the swim.
Plan B.
You can't swim to...
There's a river on the way. You're in luck.
Alright. That'll do.
Okay, wonderful. Well,
Is there anything else anyone needs to tie off here in Southside?
question. Is there any place I could get a bag of holding? I have so much stuff.
Yeah. The place has sort of been bled dry because of the limited trade in and out.
Okay.
But you could find. Let me bring something up.
For a cart?
A car.
Could we get a cart?
Ooh.
You-
That's all it's
You
Could we just
get a
pack
car.
things on your horse?
I don't
What happened to your horse?
know.
Where did you leave it?
I left it in the stable.
Oh.
Maybe it's hopefully still in the
Probably go
stable.
pick that up. I don't think it probably wants to get on a ship though.
But it's not really my horse.
Yeah, you stole
I
one.
stole it, so
It is your
I
horse.
felt like it
It's-
was right.
It might be karma.
The horse doesn't know you stole it.
Well, I just thought it was right to get rid of it in case anyone was looking for the horse.
Get rid of the evidence.
I think the term is liberated.
I liberated the horse, yes.
Very diplomatic of you.
Thank you. I liberated it. Liberated. What's liberation? Liberated?
You freed it
Liberated.
from its bonds.
Ah.
That
Oh,
makes
I
you
have
feel
no
better,
idea
yeah.
what that means. Unwise people have never been freed from their bonds. Can I have a car?
Where are you been? Where are you going? Where are you looking for this car?
I don't know. Can I investigate? Can I see if there's... Oh, the stable might have a car.
Could steal another horse.
You're full of great ideas. Let's go to the stables.
Yeah, gonna go back to the stables.
Yes.
Okay, you. I think you head around the top side of the forest, just being the faster route, and head back towards where the stables would be. Quite busy at the moment. People getting what animals they could could save from the Kenku, who seem to have used it as their main food source. Whatever animals they could find near town. But you head back, and you do see what horse you had still tied there.
See, he's fine.
Being looked after.
It, she,
It's a,
they.
as a wood elf, what appears to be a wood elf, male, very plain looking, wearing quite simple cottons, sort of brushing him and sort of half talking in his ear.
Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna go up to the wood elf.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm just going to casually say, hello, my name is Anwei, this is my horse.
Oh, hello. This is your one.
This is my one, yes.
Oh, he's got a lovely temperament.
He's quite a good horse. I was just wondering if I could take my horse, and perhaps another horse, and perhaps a cart, if you have
Roll
a
a
cart.
performance check with disadvantage.
Okay. Okay.
It's not as bad as it could be. Performance?
Yeah.
10.
Well, you're obviously not great with this horse. I mean, what's its name? Everyone who loves a horse loves its name.
I actually didn't name it because I didn't feel like I owned it. I thought it had its own name that it felt it had internally. But I see how it
Of course,
is.
It's the same way that my father felt about me, but still named me.
I can gotcha.
Well, I'm sorry you had a faraway relationship with your father.
He's not listening anymore. He's turned back and he's brushing the horse and ignoring him.
Good job.
Nailed it.
What's his name? What should I call the horse?
Did you ask?
He
Oats.
doesn't know the
Oats.
horse's name.
Oats.
Oats. Its name is Oats.
Oats!
My little Oatsy. If you must pry. I was embarrassed.
Still doesn't seem to be paying you much attention. He's moved around to the other side and is brushing the mane.
Could you please stop touching my Oatsy?
He doesn't like it.
He doesn't? This guy's fucking touching my horse!
Just give him some money. Everyone seems to like it.
Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get 3 gold. That's a lot. And I'm going to say, can you please stop touching my beautiful horse Oats?
Well, I don't want to be owned by you either. So, you know, if you're paying for me, you pay for your horse. I mean, you could either call me by my name or the horse by its name.
Which
But
is Oats.
Togar and I are going to be going now, so see you soon.
What's your
And-
name, friend?
Free.
Free. Isn't that ironic?
Seems nice.
Very good. You'll be on your way.
He mounts the horse, and the horse appears to... there's no saddle on the horse. He seems very in tune with the horse, and it moves for him without him. You don't even see his feet hit the horse.
This is terrible customer service.
It really
A
is.
good animal.
He might just be
Do you work here free?
No,
You just come.
I'm here to help.
Well, what right is it of yours to
You're
take
here
our
to
horse
help.
Oatsy?
Roll the deception check.
Ooh, that was weird.
I think Oats is a nicer name than Toga.
His mother gave him that name.
8?
Well, the way I see it... This
Oh, I
horse-
should roll again. This was in there and disrupted my roll.
Oh, that was there so it was easier to see. No?
Did that
Sure.
decept you?
Fucked it. That'll forever be the cardboard that lost you a horse.
I feel sorry for any.
Lost us
So
a horse?
he's about to ride off.
So he doesn't,
he doesn't work-
He doesn't believe you.
He doesn't work at the stables.
No.
Alright.
But
He's
the,
just fucking
the
stealing
stable
my
master
horse?
saw him there.
I want to jump and fly kick him in the chest off the horse and like just like try and stop him from leaving.
That's one way to stop him.
Roll a dexterity check.
Now we have 2 very small.
With any
Just with your dexterity modifier
Quite
added.
classy.
23.
Oh,
Yeah.
23.
So what you as you go up to fly kick this young wood elf from behind, you see the horse's legs come out behind to try and kick you, but miss and you go straight through. Roll for damage. Improvised blunt weapon. You got magical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll for
I
normal
don't
damage.
want to kill him.
The horse isn't a speaking horse.
I just want to kind of knock him off. It's 2
Did you
plus
check?
7.
7 damage.
Yeah.
I messed up.
All right.
Is it too much? I wouldn't have hit him like full force though.
Just a little tap.
It's just-
It's a little twinge.
I didn't want to hurt him. I just want to get him off the horse.
So here's what happens. You go up. This elf who's turned away. He's not wearing any armor. With the force that you delivered to him, you don't have a lot of strength behind you, so you can't move him very very hard. But you find a crease in his back, and he shrieks out in pain. Starts to roll forward, slide off the horse, and ends up crashing onto the floor without even having his arms to break his fall. Just ends up face into the dirt. Where would you have gone after you fly kicked him? Would you have gone over the horse? Or try to spin back down behind the horse?
Well, yeah. In my head, I was imagining coming in from the side. I'd come up, I'd kick him, and then I'd come down beside the horse. I wouldn't try and go over.
Okay. As you land, the first thing you notice, apart from him being there, is the horse gets down to try and cover him. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Natural 20.
You feel an arrow approaching you from the larger portion of the shaded part of the stables as you turn to see the stable master with a bow and arrow in his hand launch an arrow at you, and you catch it just beneath the clavicle like this. And he just puts the bow down and starts walking towards you. What was that?
Well,
He doesn't even listen to you. He walks around behind the horse to check up on
I'm
the
gonna
elf.
go cure wounds.
Can I cast Speak with Animals?
Okay. You're approaching to cast Cure Wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Magic hands.
The stable, the owner of the stables appears to try and just ward you away, and he's feeding something to the elf.
Okay.
You like to cast
To the elf or the horse?
To the elf.
to the elf.
Not the horse.
The horse. The horse is sort of crouched down,
Yep.
essentially trying to create a barrier. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna crouch down to the horsey because I love animals and animals love me. And I'm not gonna touch the horse yet, but I'm gonna say to the horse, Horsey, which you've just called Oats or Oatsy. What are you doing? Aren't you coming with us? Who's this fellow?
Why would you talk to me that way?
What do you
I
mean?
was never your friend.
We were mates
When?
for a few moments.
This horse is kind of creepy.
When?
You know,
We don't
back,
know.
you chilled with me a few times.
I've seen the animals in your party almost die. I had to save one. Why
What do you
would I go
mean?
with you?
Who'd you save?
And he looks up at Iris, who is probably perched on your shoulder.
That's right.
Can you tell me about this man?
He's not talking to you.
The horsey's not talking to me.
He's ignoring you.
Either you don't think the spell has ended, but you don't hear any more voices.
Now provide
Okay.
horse.
When that happens,
Interesting.
are you talking like you name?
I'm going.
Okay.
Didn't
Yeah.
work, guys.
The stable master gets up, and he's got Free up over his shoulder. He's a pretty burly man, but he looks tired. He looks at you all, and just hobbles slowly Free over to some nearby hay as some of the guards approach that may have seen some kind of interaction
The
going
point
down.
still stands that this man was stealing my horse.
It's best if we leave. Yeah.
And the same Asimar who approached you all in the docks, Lila, approaches you all again. Alright. I've seen you around. What's going on?
This man was going away with my horse.
Can I see the identification documents, please? What's the name of the horse?
I spoke to the horse, and the horse said,
I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
Can I see some
I don't have
identification documents, please?
identification documents.
Why not?
Because I'm from Phantom Inn, and we don't have identification documents there. That's
Any
why-
horse travelling between big towns in this part of Lixium are all registered. Everyone knows whose horse is which. Please show me those documents.
I don't have those documents.
Why?
Because I'm not from your town.
Where'd you get the horse?
I got the horse from... Better to tell the truth. I got the horse from... Do we get it from South Sage?
North South Sage.
North South Sage.
We're in South Sage.
In a diplomatic visit.
So you got it from...
a lovely gentleman who was willing to help.
Yes, back when we were
In
running
trouble.
the town.
Roll a deception
Running.
check.
The town. Emphasis on that.
Luke's rolled well.
Can I just not read, or is... Oh, yes, it is here. 17.
Close.
Oh! Can I get advantage? I had help.
Well, you were talking as well?
Yeah, those two are talking.
Yeah, roll one advantage. Yeah.
17 was better.
The ore stays here for now. I'll make sure this is brought before John Drath.
Is there a reason why you haven't asked our friend over here where the identification documents are? Does he have a copy?
Or it's not his horse either, but he wasn't leaving with it. I can probably be assured of that. He's been looking after all these animals for over a week now. I know him very well.
Looked like he was taking it away.
Look like it's taking it away.
As
like he's-
long as Oates is looked after, that's what's most important.
My boy Oatsy.
Poor Oatsy.
He seems to look down at the horse and mutter a few words. Oates is definitely not his name.
Everyone.
It's the nickname that we gave him.
Okay. Thank you.
It's his nickname.
Be safe.
What was your name, friend?
Lila.
Oh, yes. Oh, we haven't met.
No.
So if we were able to produce the identification documents, then we can claim...
Well, you've got a lot of things
wait.
with you. Are you moving out of the city today, or what's going on? And he sees the floating chests and all of your stuff on you. Where would you have these documents? So do you have a place in the city?
I do. I have a place of residence.
Let's go there now, yeah, for sure. And he sends two of the guards away with him, away from him, and
I have a few errands that I'd like to run first. Can we present the documents to you tomorrow?
No.
Today?
Yeah, well, let's go.
Later today?
And that's fine, we can do it today.
I feel deeply uncomfortable with this.
I'm gonna send an awakened mind message to Nix and say, do we still have access to Yanagar's house? Because we can always forge some documents and get them from there.
And I can reply telepathically?
No,
No, I can't.
but you
I just...
do. We have access to Yanagar's house?
I
yes
look
or
at
no?
you.
More importantly, we're in business with John Drafts.
We're on John Draft. We like John Draft.
How important is this horse to us?
Look, if Oatsy wants to run free, then it is his every right to, and I tried to find the word, liberation. But we do need a horse.
You see there's two guards who have gone, and there's three standing to attention now waiting for you.
I feel weird about this.
I
I'm
feel
sus about
very
these guys. I
uncomfortable.
think they're doing something weird with Oatsy, and I don't like it. I don't know. I'm just
I
not
say we
getting a good feeling.
sacrifice the horse. I say that very quietly.
Roll a... Roll a deception check.
17.
Yeah,
Mark a number.
they weren't paying attention.
Alright. Well,
Can I look at
continue
the?
on with our
Can I
duties
look
then.
at the guard
Mhm.
and say all we were looking for is a cart for our belongings?
Absolutely. Well, you could probably purchase one. Hopefully there's one still available.
Somewhere where we can get registration papers for our car too.
Absolutely. Receipt for that's fine. And he mentions there is a... down near where the blacksmiths are, which you would have known. You went to the blacksmith looking for armor at one point to find the blacksmith was not there. But near there is an outfit of woodworking, and they seem to do armor plating for horses as well. They seem to have... They work alongside the stables. It's not too far, but it's definitely more of a blacksmithing area. So he would probably mention that, and you would have remembered that. It's a pretty good place.
Are carts generally powered by horses?
Well, you can carry them yourself, but...
Could we get a mule?
Or an unseen servant.
I can only cast. It's a spell. It takes a whole slot. It's not a cantrip. Could we get a mule?
We're
Yeah.
going to have the same issue.
How about an elephant?
I love an elephant.
There
Okay,
are
we're gonna
elephants
go
in
get
town,
a
sir.
cart.
So, Free,
I don't like free.
who is sitting has started to regain some of his movement, stands up.
Sorry, friend. I may have hit you a bit harder than intended.
Yes.
He's like, my neck is cured.
I'm not going to take it personally,
I'm glad.
but if you would like to purchase a horse, we do have one that may be available.
What horse?
And you see in the stables where there's more of a covered area, a lot of it's been trodden down, it has not been marked out, there's been a lot of animals in here, but they have mostly been moved out. There is an okay, standardly sized looking brindle mare, and looks like it already still has a saddle on it. It may have belonged to someone who was either patrolling or you're not quite sure, but it's been well looked after and it looks in good health. And Free gestures you over.
What colour is it?
Brindle.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. That'll be okay with me.
And this one has a name.
And papers.
And
Wanna-
papers.
Do you want to neigh at this one and see if it has a name?
Yeah, well, we can set up an arrangement. Price would be 75 gold.
Why does that horse have a name and this one doesn't have a name?
The other one was free.
I mean, fuck it.
Well, this one was left here, and I know for a fact
Oh, that was Emily, but I'm still curious.
that the owner of this horse may not be around anymore.
Oh.
So, if you can treat it better than you treat me, then I think it might need... It doesn't want to stay here.
Why don't you do that little neighing thing you do? That cute little neighing thing.
See what his deal is.
I'm going to ask the horsey its name.
You gonna cast Speak with Animals again?
Well, I have it for 10 minutes. How long's it been since I last spoke to the horse?
Yeah, I'd say you've got a few minutes left.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, DM. Yes, DM.
I'm going to...
I've got to ease up on you at some point.
G'day, horsey. What's your name?
Yeah, hi, yeah.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, my name's Rock.
Rock.
Yeah. Are we ready to rock?
Yeah, you gonna come with us, Rock? Yeah. We got Milo, we got the gang. You're gonna fit right in.
Are we a gang? What's the gang's name?
Yeah, gang. We'll figure it out. Yeah, rock and roll.
Yeah, are we
Yeah.
gonna roll as well?
Yeah,
Where's
we're gonna
roll?
rock and
Where's
roll.
roll? Where's roll? Is that
we
roll?
can roll
And
that.
he looks over at Milo. Is that roll? Is that roll?
That's Milo.
Oh,
But you
Rock
guys
and
can rock
Milo.
and roll together later.
yeah.
I love it because this is a girl as well.
Yeah.
Guys, he's called Rock.
She.
Is called Rock.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, you do.
And I look
Do I
underneath.
sound like a boy? Do I sound like a
and-
boy? Am I a boy? I don't look a boy. And he puts his head down. Or she puts her head down.
What do I see? I look under there.
You see no dick.
Gender is not based on your body. Ask her if she feels like a boy.
What do you feel like?
Running.
That's good. That's all we need. welcome to the family.
It's fluid.
Thanks. Let's go.
Guys.
And sort of pulls a bit at the rein that's...
I think he wants to come.
Well, it seems.
Yes. Well, yes, it looks like a match made in heaven.
Rock would really like to join our family, let's just say that.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I'll give him the money.
So, yep, 75 gold. Make a general intelligence check. So roll a dice and add your intelligence modifier.
19.
19. You get that you may have been slightly overcharged for this one.
I was
Well,
about-
then before
I was
I
about to say
put the
something
money in
anyway.
his hand, I say, you know, Rock, he
I'll take
Okay.
25 for the punishment you already gave me. So,
I didn't give you that punishment. And it's my money. I'll pay 50.
I want to waddle over and plant my spear in the ground next to Armo, and I've got like a little, almost like a little T-shaped thing on the end of my spear, and I jump up, so I'm like equal height with everyone. Tell you what, I'll roll you for the 25.
roll as in like...
6 teeth.
looks over at the stable master and the stable, because it wasn't ever going to be Free's money. He goes,
As he looks over at the stable master, I'm gonna try and quickly slip Nyx my
roll
weight
a
dice.
sleight of hand check. Roll a sleight of hand check. Roll a perception check.
Does it need to be
Natural 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like puts it inside my feathers. Just pull it out.
Is that a natural 20?
17.
Okay, cool. Neither the stable master, nor Free, nor the horse appear to notice.
Yep, and I'm going to, with my awakened mind, say to Nyx, that dice I just passed you, my friend, is weighted. Definitely use that one.
Okay. Stable master chuckles and gives you the go-ahead. Think it's going to be interesting. Free pulls you over to a barrel.
I don't like free.
I hate Free.
More like trapped. Ha!
Were you casting Vicious Mockery?
It's coming. It has to charge me 25 plus with its horse.
What are the what's the percentile dice?
No, don't use
You
percentile
don't,
dice.
don't use it. 1,
Use
2,
just the
3, 4,
D10.
5, 6. All right, we go. Let's go.
Alright.
He holds out his hand. Rolls.
Oh. 3.
8.
Damn it. Why couldn't he make this horse free?
Oh no. I rolled a 3 on my 20.
Don't you
Different
have...
mechanics?
No!
No, you
I
have
can-
different mechanics
you-
with
you-
You're
can-
allowed
can
to
re-
re-roll
I re-roll
one
one.
of them.
You can re-roll one of them.
Definitely re-rolling that. 7 still. 10.
8.
Yes. Alright, on for 1. Oof. 14.
12.
Oh!
Goosh. Well played, my friend.
Well, I guess I take 2 in the back today from you. On your way.
I give him
And takes
50.
the 50.
Wonderful.
That's how we roll.
We've got rock! We've got a
Roll!
rock!
We got rock, we got
We're
roll,
rock
we
and
are
we're
rock and
roll.
rolling.
Yeah, the guards don't seem to have done much. They just seem like they're bored, and then they leave after they see money changing hands.
Now we need a cart. We're gonna go get a cart.
We'll head to that woodworkers then.
Like a cute little cart. Almost like a... You know how on motorbikes they have that...
Little side
Sidecar.
thing.
Yeah, like that, but on the back of the horse.
So like a chariot.
Yes!
You want a
Oh, fuck!
Okay.
Just like a little one, just so we're still stealthy.
So if you're all heading over there,
You sit like you,
Stealthy
you're on like a
chariot.
wagon.
How many of
like,
us
with
do
a
we want to
roof and
fit in there at
canopy
one
and
time?
everything.
A magic wagon that's actually a
I
5-star
wonder how
hotel
close the
inside.
pottery.
Yes.
How much will that be?
oh,
Like the Harry Potter
it's
tent.
around the other side of the forest.
I was around the other side.
Yeah.
Alright.
Look, we've got a lot of stuff.
We do.
So you head back over there towards where the blacksmith and the woodworking area is. You see the woodworking area where you would know to go seems to be open, but there's no one in it. But you do hear some tinging and swearing from the blacksmith next door.
What does the woodwork area look like?
So it seems to be abutted up against the blacksmith. Beautiful columns. It's definitely from human construction before the revolt, but there is all kinds of additions, attachments. There seems to be systems, like guttering systems for the edges of roofs, are all lined up against one side of the yard. There's various wheels, and there are some carts, larger ones with 4 wheels. You don't see any with 2. I think there's maybe 2 of them would fit in there, so there would be 2 of those there. But you can't find anyone to talk to at the moment.
What will the weather be like the further we head south?
It would be warmer, a
Okay.
little bit more humid, but not changed too much from where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already quite warm.
We want like a van, like a little tiny home. Do I see anyone who looks like they would be?
No, so as you're there and you're standing and looking around and
I'm
not,
humming and hawing over
not
these
knowing who to
carts.
talk to, you see you see a goblin come running out of the blacksmith. Yes, yes. You want me? And just stares at you, and he's like, he looks tired, insane, excited, but he's wearing like a big apron and he's just dirty. He does not look good.
I'm gonna look to Damara for some support. Or Iris. Really, because you see through Iris.
Yeah.
Looks like your type of fellow.
He comes running down. Around to the other side of the small fence. Yes! What do you want?
So he came out of the blacksmith or
He came out of the blacksmiths.
Yeah.
We're after a car.
Yeah, we're after a cart.
You want a cart?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend to, like, you know when you're at a tire shop and you want to pretend you know things and you're like spinning the wheel, being like, yes, I'm going to do that with one of the cartwheels. Good infrastructure.
Someone needs to call their dad.
We want a cart, probably 4 wheels.
And he runs over to them. This one! And he puts his hand, slaps it up against the side, and it's a fairly sturdy looking cart. It seems to be made of some of the lighter wood that you've seen down around near the forest on the outside of Sabotage. Apart from that, no distinguishing features. Currently made for 2 horses.
Does it have a little roof?
So we'd need to obtain our notes to use this one.
Was there one for just one horse?
Yeah! And he gets an axe out from his belt. I can do it for you now!
Well, why not?
And he runs over.
What's the difference in carrying capacity?
The speed would be reduced slightly, but
For
not
the second
too much.
one? For the double? Or for the single?
For the single.
Yeah.
So for the single, it's less about what can be pulled and more
Right.
about how long the
Speed.
beasts can go before tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should, let's
You can
keep
do a
the-
full day. You can do a full day with 1 horse, but you
Let's-
just can't do the full, like the higher speed, which is the reduced stealth check speed.
Let's keep the...
I'm going to whisper to the group. Look, I've never had a cart.
Question is, are we gonna be, are we gonna be setting sail, or are we gonna be traveling
I think we're going to be traveling.
by foot or by horse?
I think
By
we're
hoof.
traveling by the horse. That's why I'm getting the horse, so we can travel by foot.
He's
with the horse.
staring at you with the axe over his head, with his mouth open and a bit of spittle.
At me?
You know, waiting to cut
At
off
the group?
bits
At
of
me?
it.
Hang on
Wait.
there, friend.
And he puts it back in his belt. Runs back to the blacksmith.
Out. Ah, damn it.
I hate goblins.
I hate goblins, and you made me talk to it.
Well, we're going
really talk to
if we're going to walk down south, then a cart would be handy for now.
Right.
I
And then we'll set sail from there.
have an idea that may help. What was that? Free was the name of the guy from
Free.
the stables.
Yeah.
I'm gonna the goblin's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna disguise myself as Frey. And I'm going to walk into the stables, into the blacksmith.
Okay.
Yep.
So you find a spot that's maybe a little bit more sheltered from the main thoroughfare.
Yep.
Do your disguise self, walk back out again, and head back into the blacksmith.
What was Frey's voice like again?
The first thing you see,
Some weird German thing.
the first thing you see is it's busy and there's stuff all
My
over
name
the
is
floor.
Free, and I'm an asshole.
You have been in here before. Yeah, you've been in, but the last time you were here, you saw
The sun?
the son, who mentioned that his father was out.
My puppy never
gone.
loved me.
But
I
this
know it's
goblin,
loved.
roll a. No, you'd know. You've worked on stuff before. He does not know what he's doing. Yeah, but he is hitting things randomly. He is trying his hardest to make things work, and you, on seeing what he was wearing and how he knew about the carts, maybe he is the guy who would usually be woodworking, but now he's actually running a smelter. So yeah, he's in the corner. There is a fire raging. It seems way too hot, and there is metal everywhere.
Oh, hello, my friend.
Yes?
I've come down from the stables. I'm really sorry. We have a big shipment of a big load of food coming in for all the animals, and as you know, passage has been stopped from out of the town. So I was wondering if maybe we could get your help with a couple of carts, even just one for the time being. And you look so busy here. I'd be more than happy to come and help you out in return.
Here?
Yes.
I've been working here for 7 days.
It looks like you've been working very hard.
This guy needs a break.
I haven't had anything but bread for the stinking
Well-
days.
Being a blacksmith's hard. I never realised.
Well,
Okay. I'm helping here. I'll help you. Yeah.
thank you very much.
And roll a deception check for the hell of it.
All right, sweet.
Do we?
Are we still in the woodworkers while you're in the blacksmith?
I think we're stealing a car.
Then we're gonna light the
Does not
place
have
on
to be
fire.
higher.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 19.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to care. He seems too flustered. He's working on something he doesn't know how to work, and he's just happy that he is somehow still keeping probably his business going. He just said, yeah, take it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and do you leave?
Yeah. I'm all right to carry it. Thank you very much. And I'll grab it and I'll walk out. Give him a thumbs up.
The one horse cart? Did you grab the one horse cart?
I grabbed the one horse cart. Yes.
Yeah, he sort of watches you, kind of eyes darting around.
Yep.
And back in.
I'll keep
Do we have
walking.
roll with us?
Rock.
Can we put rock on the cart?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll!
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. Got it.
Is that blacksmith?
Uh,
Because he was running both. That was where the son and the father was? Or was that the town?
Yes, the one that's gone missing.
Ha, cool.
Yeah, you missed that.
They're
Okay.
dead.
No. They're fine.
Cool, let's put Rock onto this cart and let's see Rock and roll. Please.
I think we should hastily make our exit
Way
out of.
out of here.
Okay.
Oh, wait, did you just mean the shop or the
No, out of here.
Out of the city.
We out.
But I can meet you at the gate if you'd rather not come. But I need to go say goodbye to Nectar.
I
I
should,
promised her I would. So
I should probably just head back to my residence very quickly as well.
Do we get papers for?
Yeah, we got papers.
car?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. After the game, you would have received a very simple
little
stamped
folder.
note, and there seems to be a white wax seal with South Sage's mark on it.
Gorgeous.
I'm going to try to put the cart on Rock.
Yeah.
While the discussion
Yeah. So
is-
Rock appears to have worked before. Knows, hooks up. You maneuver Rock towards the cart to the two harnesses to the left-hand harness, and he pushes away and moves to the right-hand harness and lets you strap him in.
Cute.
Do we have horses in Phantom Inn?
No.
I'm going to tentatively touch it.
Where?
Like on its, like the way I saw Free touching.
On it. So yeah. So you saw Free at his neck. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
her neck. You went yeah. So yeah.
I'm gonna try to pat their neck.
Doesn't really respond too much. But Hayton makes it. Yeah.
Rock likes her.
I think Rock likes me.
Settles in a bit with a bit of a wiggle to feel the harness and
Okay.
ready to go.
Good Rock. This is Anway's first pet. Okay. Well, if you want to say goodbye to Nectar, we'll get as far as we can with a cart,
Mm.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I want to pull Anway to the side. And I just want to say, meet me back at the stables in 1 hour. I'm going to try and get you your horse. And then we'll leave.
Okay, we will do that.
We'll meet everyone back at the gate.
Yes.
And I'll meet you at the gate,
So yeah.
run
Okay.
up to my residence.
All right, we'll go with you first. So, moving around the north-hand side of the forest, back down from one of the main trade districts, you go to the stables.
Yep. No, so I want to go to my residence first.
To your residence first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
But
no, you go the
Don't go
other
to
way.
the stables.
No,
Yeah.
you go west and head along to the western wall
Yep.
near where Lara's pub is and where Yanigar's residence was to your residence. How do you enter?
Up through my window.
Little jump up into the window.
Yep. And I want to. I'm going to just leave like however much gold I need to leave for my next sort of rent payment to Mrs. Old Lady downstairs on the bed.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say anything to her as I leave. Just
Okay.
going to leave it there until she might wonder where I am and check on it and find it.
I would say that you had been paid up most of the way.
Yeah.
So to fill maybe 3 days,
Yeah.
which would have been the final 2 plus that day that
Yeah.
you had spent, would be 75 silver.
Cool. And then I want to go over to my little desk with my inkwell and pull out a piece of parchment.
Yep.
Sharpen one of my feathers into a quill and try and forge a note for Oates.
Okay, for sure. So you are forging. Do you have wax? Oh, you want to forge it from John Draff? Because that's what he said. He said the horse was going to stay there until he had met with John Draff.
Yes.
So you're going to because you've got. Oh, okay. Yeah. So
No, because I've got.
you got John Draff's
Yeah,
signature.
no, I've got Crozak's.
Oh, sorry, you got Crozak's signature.
I don't want to
not
use
John Draff's.
that.
Yeah. No. And you've not probably seen John Draff's signature.
But I know that it's from North South Sage.
Yep.
So I want to see if I can maybe remember what North South Sage stamp might look like and make up a name from there for the bottom of the letter.
Knowing where you were, knowing the way you came to South Sage, would you have gone through North South Sage?
No, but I imagine that I would have been there at some point many years ago.
Okay. Roll a... No, I can't get a roll for that. North South Sage was a very secular area. Notably, not a lot of... trade stopped. Trade didn't happen.
Yeah.
And there would not have been a symbol for North South Sage.
Okay.
It may have been one of the reasons why Lila immediately was like, no, because you wouldn't necessarily be an outsider buying a horse in North South Sage. Because of the way the town is run.
Yeah.
You pretty much needed to be a Movud or you needed to be one of the long-standing members of the town.
Yeah.
You
So
definitely didn't look like them.
So they wouldn't have papers. So the story kind of holds without the papers.
No, because you wouldn't have bought a horse from North South Sage.
Yeah, but if it was like given to them.
If it was given to them, yeah. But he rolled a 19.
Yeah,
And
right.
he saw straight through that.
Okay. I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So roll a performance check.
Plus 10.
10. Okay. You pull out your parchment. It doesn't exactly match parchment used in the one that you're currently trying to copy, but it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Give it a damn good go. Writing out what you are agreeing on yourself to be the name, and you don't currently. Using what names you have, you don't actually know any names from North South Sage.
No, I don't.
So you make one up from what race, or what name would you give?
I would say.
Read me the note. Read me the note that you've written.
The title would be ownership of Steed.
Yep. Copying the wording from
Yeah.
the one you've got. Yep.
Name Togar, that he said the name actually was Togar. Given to Arnway. I don't know her last name. Fucking damn it. Given to Arnway. Arnway, what's an elvish kind of name?
Good thing you can't hear that.
Arnway Stephelion.
Stephelion.
Yeah, sure.
Going well on that
as
roll, I see.
In service for her deeds in North South Sage.
Excellent.
Signed by an orc.
An orc.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Great.
You forge what you believe to be sufficient evidence of ownership of Togar.
Yeah, and then I'm going to head to just a bit away from the stables and wait for Arnway to arrive.
I'm there.
You're there?
I'm there.
Okay.
Okay.
Not much seems to have changed. You can see the usual patrols. You can see the stable master.
Can we see the arsehole free?
You can't see Free, and you cannot see Togar.
Okay, what is your plan?
Well, I've written this here note, and you can see it's not your right name.
What's my last name apparently?
Stephelion.
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 I'm gonna be like, I always hated the Stephelians. Fine.
Will I have time to rewrite it now that Arnway's here?
No, don't bother.
Don't bother. We get it. We've got it.
We get it.
Is this happy with this? Just follow my lead. Alright, I'm gonna try and get you your horse.
Okay. Seeing you there, the stable master has kind of whistled to the nearby guards just to bring them over for the exchange.
I light a cigar.
Yep.
Before we go.
Just casual.
Okay.
And we walk over and I just hand it. Is this sufficient?
Reads it. Shows it to Lila. Lila's. And stands back up again and whispers something back to the guard next to him. And the guard next to him, you see his eyes sort of flash over a white colour and then flash back again. And then whispers something into Lila's ear. I thought your last name was different.
I've never told you my last name.
When you were admitted into the jail, you took note of everyone's names, and yours was written down.
What jail?
For the disturbance you caused last time.
In South Traversage?
No, you would remember that once on the ship, you caused a ruckus. You were gathered up and placed in a holding cell. All your names were...
We were using a different last name when you were in North South Sage.
all three guards moved to handcuff you.
Hang on. I want to just grab the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just going to
Grab the letter from
the
who?
letter.
Because the letter's been given to the second guard now, who had been reading it back to someone else.
Fucking damn it.
I didn't even know.
This is cool! I get to put the DM in jail who put us in jail.
I didn't even know that we went to jail here.
Yeah, you went to the holding cell after you, and all of your details were recorded.
Well, what have I... All of my details?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have told them I'm from Faintamin.
He didn't say you were from Fainton.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because usually it said place of origin. I wouldn't have been like, here's my history. Just you basic bitch earthling. Okay. Look. My new friend here was trying to get back my horse, which you have taken from me. And he did not know my name. But I am willing to give up the horse and or buy the horse, as I am very attached to Oatsy.
I'll take full responsibility for this minor discretion. You see, I'm just trying to...
Not to mention that the Elvish to commoner translations are very different.
Just
So
trying to...
Master's kind of just left and he's sitting over on a like he just doesn't give a shit about what's happening right now.
right the wrongs that I've done in the world and I'm trying to get my friend back her horse. But...
Which was given to me as a gift.
Did you say
so,
that?
No.
I'm looking for a way to let you guys off.
So, if you let my friend go, happily I'd walk with you to
Look,
wherever
okay,
we need
no,
to go,
no,
and we
no,
can speak to John Draff.
No, actually, I will say...
Lila pushes the other guards off you and gestures over to the same barrel that you played Six Teeth on. Slams a piece of parchment down on it. He starts writing a little note and then a big line at the bottom. And then points to it.
What does the parchment say?
It says, I, and then there's a blank space. Upon committing crimes in South Sage, have agreed to pay atonement for said crimes in the name of blank space, and then a space at the bottom for your signature.
What's
Still this
the...
whack.
This is to make sure you stay on the straight and narrow.
This is a bit vague to what I'm agreeing to. I'm happy to agree to it as long as the
The
payment
stands
is
that
agreed
you
upon.
sieged
Roll a
my horse.
Roll a deception check.
Jesus Christ! Deception? Persuasion.
Persuasion or performance, whichever one you want.
Oh, I want persuasion because I got a good roll. 17, 13, 24. Ooh. 24!
On the flow.
Get out of here.
Let's leave.
And undoes your chains.
With Oatsy?
Mm-mm.
Let's leave.
Oat's not there. Oat's not there, and neither is...
I'm not there either, but...
Where's the original parchment that I had? That I handed? That I...
You don't have that anymore. The second
Where?
guard has that and is keeping it.
Let's go. We have a cart. We have a horse. We have a cart that only needs one horse. We're fine.
Alright. Let's get out of here.
We're gonna go meet them at the gate.
You gonna go? Okay, you go. Okay,
I
Where'd you
thought
go?
we'll hear about this.
I went to the Potters.
you went to the Potters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On heading there, boarded up, beautiful house.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that they really do like the way that things look. Some of the more expensive pottery you can see behind the window, very heavy glass, very thick, with a slight green colour, and then more of the ornamental things outside. Door is currently closed, but there's a couple of windows open up. It says 2-story residence, and you can see a couple of the windows open upstairs.
Do I see anything that could be potentially made by Nectar out the front?
Yeah. I'm going to say that you, on seeing some of the larger statues and some of the smaller pots that look like they may be made for trees or for plants, there appears to be little decorations on them that aren't perfect, but they look kind of interesting, and they look a little bit maybe like creatures playing with each other, or like a little butterfly, or like a sun that has a smiley face. Very much in sort of Nectar's style. Things that
Are there
Nectar would
any
think
of
were
us?
cute.
Are there any of us?
I don't know. You're very far away from there.
I go to yell, remember my manners, and then knock on the door.
Yeah. You hear a dum dum dum, and then a head pops out from the window above. Hi!
Hi!
Hi! And then boom, straight back in again. Down some stairs, and then swings open the door, and this like launches into you. Like, hi, what have you come for?
Well, I came to say, to see how you're doing for one.
Look, I'm doing. Look.
Are these yours?
Yeah.
They look so good. They're so much better than with. No, they've always been good. I mean, like you've learned so much.
I know. Criticism. It's hard to take, but it's good for me because I learn.
Is that what the Potter's telling you?
Yeah,
Teaching you?
Marjorie. She's nice,
She's nice.
but she also tells me when it's not good.
And
you can see him like sort of. You can see Nectar sort of look down, and there's little shadows of broken pottery here and there that maybe not have been properly cleaned up. Things that have broken.
Broken.
Yes, all been broken.
Well, I know that even at your worst, it was still really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried.
Come.
And pulls you in and closes the door.
Oh.
To keep the door closed, and then heads over to a little table and sits, like pulls up onto a larger seat that's not probably made for Nectar, and sits down.
I pull up a seat as well and try to climb on it.
Puts a foot out for you, so you can got a foot to.
Excellent. I use the foot.
Wow, what's going on?
Well, you told me to come and say goodbye before I leave, and I know that I'm not going to be back for a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm going south.
South.
I don't know where.
South is safe.
South.
So far.
So far as I know. But people from north are coming down south as well. I don't know if they're coming here, but you need to be careful.
Yes.
There's
We're safe.
the Caratinas are coming down.
Oh.
Yeah. They're going to Deciduant, though I don't know if they're ever going to come down here, but it's, you need to keep out of sight if they are.
Yes. Well, I sometimes go out of the Potters to like walk around the town and stuff.
Okay.
But not far.
If, in the future, if you do, can you take someone with you? Just to make sure that it's someone that you trust anyway?
Marjorie's not a very good fighter.
Just someone to have your back.
Like those dragons.
The Vicom?
Yeah.
Did they come around here?
Yeah, they were really cool.
Yeah, they're alright.
One of them was outside once, I saw.
Which one?
I don't know. They had like weird hair. Like long weird hair. You know? The long weird hair one. And you probably remember that was the female.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, she's nice.
She looked at some of my stuff I saw.
Yeah?
Just went. But she saw it for a bit.
She, well, I showed her the back and she gave me this. It's,
See the
it's
eyes
alright, but
widen. She gave you a thing?
she gave me a thing, but it's, it's alright. My other one was cool as well, but I broke it, so it's kind of a bit fucking useless, but so it was nice that she did that.
You don't like her.
No.
Was she mean to you? I can be mean to her. Remember how we used to throw rocks? I threw rocks.
You did?
Yeah, one time. I didn't go very far.
Oh, that's okay.
They're really high.
I know about them up north. They I haven't seen them, but they come around. We call them the mighty clucks because they look like friggin' chickens.
Yeah. Buck, buck.
Buck, buck. But they're, as far as I'm aware, they're a bit of a dipshit, but they seem to be protecting the town and doing good things. They haven't exactly met my expectations of what Dragonborns are like, so I suppose they're okay.
Really?
I hope.
Your expectations for me, huh?
Yes.
Because I don't always do perfect, but you still like me a lot.
I do.
Why?
Because you're nice, and you're brave, and you're strong, and I care about you.
That's nice.
So, what else have you made?
Oh, not much. I practice a lot
Getting
out the
heated.
back. But nothing to show that, and you don't want to see. The good stuff's out the front. Good stuff's out the front.
I mean, I think they would all be good stuff, but if you don't want to show me, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay, and runs off out the back.
Okay.
I'm so
You follow?
invested.
Yeah.
Okay, you follow down through like a darkened corridor, like lots of really dark wood that creaks really heavily, and through the middle of each corridor seems to be a darker patch where the edges are a little bit lighter with what appears to be some form of powder, or this is definitely where a potter lives and has made indents in the walkways where it's darkened through to the wood where the dust has settled on the edges. Head out down the back, couple of rough stone steps, and there is different stone slabs in circles that appear to have handles on the edges for throwing, and mounds and mounds of different areas for material, and a kiln area on the right hand side as well, and a spot back towards the edge with lots of little shelves with just broken pottery everywhere, and weird creations. Some things are sort of like half statues, some things that are sort of they look like buildings that you've seen, but they're sort of half done, and maybe they've got like little people etched into the windows and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is where I work. Yes, but nothing's for sale. It's all kind of experiments.
What are you talking about? It all looks great. When it's done,
Do you actually think it looks
I
great?
I do.
Ah, cool.
I don't have much knowledge of what box is supposed to look like. It looks great.
Yeah. There's a further section with different tierings of beautiful tableware and different things that you'd probably imagine someone else has made. And then you see some of them as well in the collection with additions. Like one of them will have sort of a snake around the top, which has just sort of been put on top of this beautiful bowl, and then a little snake that looks a little bit... It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, but it still looks maybe like it was an experiment. Yes.
You're doing really good. I'm glad that you're happy here.
Thank you. It's been a long time since I've been happy. It's hard sometimes when you sleep and you think,
Yeah.
how something's always coming, and then nothing comes.
Yeah. It's,
Even sleep sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to sleep alone.
Yes.
It
But
doesn't.
we still sleep.
We still sleep eventually.
How are your friends?
They're good.
Good.
Yeah.
How's your not friend?
Yeah, I mean, he's alive.
Oh,
He's he seems to be calming down a bit. I think he's getting used to being in a group.
so I helped.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
I think threatening him actually did a number.
Nice. See the chest go out a little bit. High five.
But, yeah, we had a word for him. People like him up north, Wolverines, people that stay alone, but would probably do better being around other people.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
They're strong.
they're
Being
strong.
alone makes you strong.
It
Didn't
can.
make me strong.
Why do you think that?
I need people.
So do I.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're both with people now,
Yeah.
which is good.
I
Where-
got M.
Is that what you call her?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Don't know. She goes for walks sometimes.
Hmm.
She went to go and find the blacksmith.
The blacksmith.
Yeah, that was this morning though.
Oh,
Yeah, they're friends.
the human or the goblin?
I don't know who the blacksmith is.
Oh,
But she's a human, so I think maybe human? Humans are friends with goblins, though, right?
in my experience, no.
South is different to north.
Oh,
Weird customs down here. Everyone gets along more.
oh. People don't get along at.
Okay, Nectar.
Do people not get along at where you're from though? The kobolds?
They're okay. They just kobold to kobold, not kobold to human.
Yeah, but what do you mean by that when you say kobolds are kobolds?
Well, kobolds talk to kobolds, and humans
Yeah.
talk to humans.
Yeah, no.
Not a lot of humans up north.
No, there's not. But I mean, I know you've had a lot of bad experiences with your clan. So, when you say kobolds are kobolds, what do you mean?
Kobolds stick together. That's how we're strong. You know that.
Yeah, I do.
You know that.
I do.
Stupid.
You're stupid. No, I didn't mean that. No,
You're stupid.
you're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Times 57. Stupid.
Times 50.
It's a big number.
I learned it. You had to order food. No, I'm not there.
I'm not there.
I can't count that high. And if I ever go that way and I see your clan, what do you want me to do?
Listen to them. I always found people knew what to do, and I just listened and then did the thing.
You want me to listen to the people that hurt you?
No. To my friends, to the good people. Not everyone hurt me.
Okay, good. Who are your friends?
I don't know. The DM doesn't have a list of them.
I listen.
But you would get this. You would imagine that nectar conveys. You know the difference between a good soul and a bad soul.
Okay.
And to look for those who would display outward signs of cruelty towards others, and the ones that don't.
That's
Probably the ones with
valid.
more scars are the ones that you would listen to.
Yeah. You said that you needed to give me something a week ago?
When? A week ago.
Yeah. You said you wanted to give me something. before
Jordan,
I
was
left.
that something you did?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. That's fine. That actually works. Got it.
It's another axe.
Dual blades!
I want it to be a little like tableau of us, family portrait style. Like someone's awkwardly in a chair. Someone's like
A clay diorama.
Hawkeyes on someone's knee.
Tamara dead on the floor.
Being set on fire.
Yeah.
So. They bring you over to Marjorie's side of the build area, and there is a wooden cabinet there with like a mesh front. It's like a darkened metal mesh. Opens it up. It's a little sort of latch that you want to do first, and there's a small statue. There's different colorations in the clay that we use. It looks like it's been through a kiln, and the different colorations are attuned to different parts of the body, and it's stunning. It's an Asimar, and if you look more closely, it may resemble Yanagar. It looks a little bit like Yanagar. and she's very well dressed. She's sort of standing to attention. She's got a sword she holds like this, and a breastplate with a tiny little bit of golden colour that's darker than the rest. And it's here, sort of just below the throat, and it's a little golden circle. Slightly proud of the surface of what would be her skin just above her breastplate. And this little golden thing there.
Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, and she said, Marjorie was sad about Yannigar. We all were. But she said she knew her, and she said that this was important. I don't know why, but you should have it.
Are you sure? Is she going to be okay with that?
She wanted to give it to you. I told her about you.
Oh,
Interesting.
Not all the details.
okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Kicks you in the shin. You're too uptight.
Fine.
Well then.
Thank you.
Right, Nectar?
I appreciate it. What does Marjorie know about Yannigar?
Everyone knew Yannigar.
I know, but we never really got to see her much, and she seemed pretty important.
Yes, she seemed to be a protector. But I don't know. I never saw this thing, and she pointed at Nectar points at the golden thing. That looks weird. And Marjorie was like detailing it for a long time. You can tell. It looks like really detailed.
It's the same color as everything else on Yannigar?
It's darker color. It's darker gold.
Darker gold.
Mm.
Okay. But, okay. Before I go, Yannigar said, did you know anything about Kreptuli?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, the bad guy.
What?
The god?
Yeah.
Not really.
Because Yannigar said that apparently we were made somehow by the god, and I was under the impression that he only made the Black Dragonborn. So
Where did you get the idea that the kobolds were made by Kreptuli?
Yannigar.
From Yannigar.
Yeah, when I gave my scale.
Yeah. Nectar doesn't know anything about that,
Okay.
but you're pretty sure that you remember correctly. Kreptuli only made the Black Dragonborn, so this definitely confuses you.
Okay. Okay. How big is this statue?
Small. It's about this big. A foot long.
For a kobold.
Yeah, so it's about just under 1/3 of your height.
Okay. Cool.
It's not heavy. It's not marble, it's a very light clay. It's
See,
been
aren't
fired.
you grateful we got a cart now?
Yeah, is it breakable?
You want to try it?
No. No, I just mean like, does it look breakable? Oh well, if I can imagine, is it the same
it has
materials?
a fairly solid base.
Yeah.
If you whacked it against something, you'd probably break it. But just like any other kind of china that you would have experienced, or plates that were maybe a less finished style of pottery in any of the taverns or pubs you'd been to, it's breakable, but you'd have to do something to it to break it. There's no little bits hanging out of it. It seems fairly solidly together.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like I figured. I doubt it's gonna fit in my bag. But yeah, I think I'll just hold it for now, I suppose.
As you're standing there looking kind of not knowing what to do with it, Nectar grabs it out of your hand and just like shoves it into your belt. Like, head down, so the base is just kind of like sticking up out of the belt. There.
Okay. Did she like shove it with the fishing hook or something? Or do I just... Okay, cool, yeah.
It's just there.
It's just there. Alright, it's a bit uncomfortable. That's
Magic wand.
It's magic one. Now, okay. I think it's I think they're waiting for me at the entrance. I should probably go. This isn't...
Okay.
I don't know when we'll be back, but I'm hopefully going to be able to send letters, and so I'll send you one. And
Okay.
it'll be a nice change of pace, finally sending a letter in Draconic.
Yes.
Now it can be a bit longer. And I've never seen a kobold potter before, and I doubt,
Yes, you have.
besides you.
Oh.
And I doubt many other people have. So I'm really looking forward to you knocking all their expectations out of the park.
I hope I do well. I just listen. M's good.
And if anyone fucks with you, fuck with them back.
Yeah.
Or get the gold lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like it when you call them clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to yell out the window, but then I didn't.
Yeah, no. Okay. Bye, I guess.
Bye, I guess. And like goes in for another headbutt.
Mm-mm.
And then pushes you back up the stone steps out through the house.
I'll push it back before I leave.
Yeah. Roll for an attack. No. Cool.
Decimate her.
Yeah, I head back and just to make sure that it's like solidified in my mind. The letters are gonna find me, right? Like the fairy dragon thing on the jiggies.
Yeah. So remembering what the dragons were capable of, they seem to be able to home in on people, on essences, or at least find people who can find you.
Okay.
Yeah. It is definitely not something you've heard or seen about before, but
Yeah, I don't have to worry about them. Yeah,
it's probably you get the feeling that they're
beauty.
Or you'll find out
Or I'll find
when
it.
you get nothing.
Woo! Yeah, I head down to the entrance.
So the southern entrance.
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna
southern-
get out of this town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's-
Yeah, this town
Yeah.
is so nosy. Let's go.
Ma.
Ma.
Okay. So yeah, heading back down around the southern side of the forest, around the outsides, lots of movement. Everyone's heading out. The sun's out.
Does anyone fuck with us?
Vibes are good.
Vibes.
Have we found any food recently?
All our stuff's in our car.
You haven't
Are we in a
found
car?
any food.
I feel like I'm very
You
hungry.
haven't
can
bought
just-
any food. You've been eating at the inn, or you've been finding random food that you can find in Trinx's forest.
I feel like we probably would have stocked up on some rations and stuff to take with us.
In the
On
meantime.
our way out, we would have figured. I feel like
You would have figured that out?
logically.
Let's get a
I've been
jerky
walking
cheese
up
spread.
to I've been walking up to the gate with Haytin, and she
Maybe we got some
has
food.
not been shutting up about food. So I've just given her a big handful of gold to go and get
Fantastic.
supplies for the.
Okay. Well, if Hayden and Milo go for a little jaunt, you can imagine the kind of roughage they'd be able to find. Put you set you back. If you're going to be safe for 6 or 7 days, about 5 gold pieces, you manage to get some pretty decent consumables. And plenty of food that you could also put over a fire as well.
Do you not need horse food?
What do horses?
Horsey food.
No, they.
What do? Did I get some carrots?
Do you want to find some carrots? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can find a stack of carrots. They're not very good. They're not
We need
looking
that.
great.
We need that horse vision on point.
The food that's come in has been either things that have been blockaded outside of South Sage, or anything that was left in the cellars here that had been sufficiently salted to keep it fresh. But you get some okay-looking, bendy kind of
What about
carrots.
some lettuce?
No lettuce.
I'm so
we're
meta.
gonna
I
have
want to
better
meta
chance
game,
getting
but
food
Anway
outside of-
doesn't know.
What about
else
some
to do.
apples? Are there any better looking apples over carrots?
There's plenty of apples in the forest.
Okay, I'll pick some apples for.
Yeah, and you'd be allowed to do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Cool. So you come up with a bushel, and you will meet at the southern entrance.
Let bounce.
Yes, let's bounce.
It's rock and roll.
I'm gonna hop into the cart,
You're gonna hop into the cart.
just lay back and.
I'm going to get into the cart.
You're gonna get into the cart.
Yes, but I'm going to make myself a spot with my bedroll in the corner away from everyone, like a nice cozy spot with my bedroll in my chest.
A reading nook.
Yes.
Milo's like a bit sad that there's this bigger beast now, so like she's trying to keep up with the horse and walking like in line and like puffing out her
Oh,
chest.
it's so cute.
So she's kind of like at a bit of
Actually,
a...
I'd probably ride the horse. Sorry to interrupt.
On the horse. Rock likes that and seems just excited to be moving.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then like every time Rock goes faster, Milo has to go a bit faster. She's
Yeah.
So I actually walk slower than everyone else. So I need to like ride.
You
Otherwise I'll hold
look
everyone up.
pretty cute on Milo.
Oh, yeah, I can ride Milo.
Yeah, you look cute on Milo.
So tiny.
I like jump back and forth trying to see who's most comfortable.
Cool.
What about? Oh yeah. Can I help Tamara get up
Into what?
in the car?
Yeah,
Carriage.
I'll sit on the cart.
You're going to sit on the cart?
Awesome.
Okay.
I just realised we left our
Whatever
blind guy
spot's there.
behind. Okay. What about you?
I suppose it depends on how quick the cart goes.
Well, I'm walking
Yeah,
with the cart,
so if there's going to be 3 of you plus chests and bedrolls and equipment, you won't be able to travel at the normal pace. It'll be slightly slower, especially seeing as there's only one horse, so it'll be average of about 18 miles a day. Noting that you have...
I'm like a real light boy though.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just you. It's the fact that there's massive chests
This is true.
and 2 people sitting in the back of a cart made for 2 horses.
Get up and
One
walk,
horse.
you
One
drongos. You blind man.
Always not walking anywhere.
So
Nah,
So-
we chill.
so
If
travel
I
south.
if I do
18's
walk,
fine.
can the horse travel?
yeah, I can say one of you would be able to travel in the back, as well
Alright,
as.
well,
next.
if I'm gonna slow it down by sitting in the back with the
Okay.
horse, I'll keep walking.
So at a standard pace, southwards towards White Print will be about 6 to 7 days of travel.
That's actually quite fast.
Yeah, I've made those just so you're aware. We're heading back out to the 30-mile
Yeah.
area,
Easy.
and so that'll be about 6 to 7 days.
4 of them each.
And this is
4
about
days.
like, do
So that would
they
be
move like
12
30
days.
feet
Yeah.
speed? Is it a safer speed?
Yeah, so it's 3 miles an hour, 24 hours a day, 24 miles a day.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
I'll be fine walking.
Yeah, that's that pace.
Yeah.
This is not heavy labor for you guys.
No.
This
Yeah.
is,
Just
the sun is out and everyone is. It's a pretty busy highway at the moment heading
Yeah.
out of town.
I stick far away from the legs of the horse. I've seen it kick, and I would like to avoid it.
Yep.
I'm right at kicking height.
Rock seems to enjoy pulling the cart. Is really like making good pace heading out. Which pace would you like to travel at? It'll be normal or slow. Slow means stealth.
Stealth. We don't want anyone to see us leaving.
Yeah, I think we.
Okay. Iris heads up into the air,
So,
squawking and
Great sound effects. you
yeah,
got.
I'll do the occasional fly-in check as well, probably
Stealth.
every
For sure.
now and then.
so as you wheel up, you can see the cart sort of pulling away from the main group of people, just looking to not have so many conversations, I guess, with everyone heading out of town, just keeping to yourselves. You know, when you're like walking and then like there's a friend of yours and they're heading the same way, and you're like, oh, I guess we're going the same way, and we'll talk about how you.
Well, you've already said goodbye.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So as you circle up, you can see
Yes.
sort of an outpouring.
So uncomfortable.
What little small fires and small areas have been broken down by the Kenku have been completely vacated. There's appears to be no more Kenku out. The sweeps have gone far out. The guard have moved further out just to double check the area. You cannot see the Vicon at the moment, but you assume that they're probably around somewhere.
Yeah.
And heading down south, a lot of people are heading to sort of local, smaller areas, back to either farms or to defense posts or the various things being shored up, cleaned, whatever. As you head south, you have pretty much a full day ahead of you.
So what time is it, roughly?
After everything you've done, I'd say it's closing in on midday.
Mm-hmm.
So you have about 6 or 7 hours of travel before it would be getting dark.
I'm gonna read my book.
Cool.
So you're in the cart.
Yeah, of course I
Okay.
am.
bundled up with, yes, many chests and
My blankets.
spoils, scrolls covered in things. The bag.
Oh! Can I identify?
Yeah. What would you like to identify?
Sick! I have so much to identify. I want to identify the coily things.
Yes, the wiry things.
Yeah, I want to identify the wiry things. I want to identify.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I want to identify the scrolls I
celestial
have that
scrolls?
aren't the celestial scrolls, because every time I identify
The
that.
celestial scrolls, the different ones to the lined scroll.
Yeah, not the line scrolls. Because every time I identify that, bad things happen because I don't roll high enough.
Okay, 1 second. Where are
You
we?
just be spending the whole day like identifying a bunch of random
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Ignoring everyone. In my little nerd nook.
This is the nicest travelling with Envoy, I think.
Peace and
I'm
quiet.
too, like, engrossed
All it
to
took
notice.
was a book!
I'm too engrossed, I'm like... Don't even hear you.
Alright. Book amongst yourselves
What
for 30
else?
seconds.
What
I
do we
gotta find
need?
the item.
What do we need identified, guys? What do you need identified? I've got the curly things. I've got the scrolls.
Can you identify my axe?
I can identify an axe.
Definitely don't want to give you any of my stuff.
I can identify.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Those
want to give you my bow.
Yeah,
I don't
give
know.
me my
No,
stuff,
that's
make a
that's
big
personal.
show
That's
out
just
of
like
it.
a regular bow.
No,
No, no, my fair one.
Oh, the arrow.
No, I don't
Arrow.
want it. Do you have anything?
What?
Yeah,
Did
have
she
we
say
noticed?
she just said she
Can
wants
you-
it?
Have we noticed that, or is
I don't
that that's like proper
Check
hidden?
one of the gems.
I know it's just
I can
sitting in
check
my
all the
hair,
gems.
as far as I know.
Sick. Okay, I need coils.
Probably
I need
gotta
scrolls.
ask you about that.
I need axe. I need gems.
Axe.
Yeah, her axe. She wants me to
My axe.
identify her axe.
Okay.
And I'm so engrossed in my nerd nook that she just puts the axe there and I start going to
Yeah,
work.
I'm like, hey. And I eventually realize I just have to fucking put it down and leave.
Yeah.
The axe, you would be able to tell is not magical in any way. It's a non-magical axe. You find the spell scrolls that you have on you. One of them appears to be a scroll to help you maintain calm feelings among a group of creatures of your choice.
Okay.
So you can write down one calm emotion scroll.
Calm emotion scroll.
Yeah, sick.
And
I feel
the
like
other
I'm
one,
forgetting things.
the other scroll has a bit of a divine nature to it. You can feel maybe it has been written in service of one of the deities in Lixium. And so you can write down one bless scroll as well.
Less scroll. Would I have had to... Is that just from identify, or would I have had to comprehend language?
No, they're no. You
Identify.
can understand what, but they're both in celestial, but they both serve the same purpose.
Sick.
The coils.
Coils.
So you pull the coils out. Thicker wire, thinner wire. Some are longer, some are shorter. You notice that the longer ones are thicker, the smaller ones are shorter. And you lay your hands on them to cast your identify spell, and you're immediately hit with stories. Stories of a halfling named Jewel. And Jewel appeared to be famous, quite famous. She walked everywhere, and everyone knew her. And she would arrive at a town, and she'd already have a room to sleep in. And you get the feeling, like you're suddenly filled with this feeling of home. Like you feel at home on the road, you feel at home in all of these different towns. And with you is this huge orc. This big, beautiful green guy, a really gentle soul. And he's just always out to help you. And then at times you feel Jewel at home, everyone goes to sleep, and she sneaks out and she goes and she maybe attacks one of the local camps of goblins with her orc friend, or she goes and she delves down into a hole somewhere where there were some spiders hiding, and she seems to be a bit of a tomb raider. You identify these as what were her harp strings. They're all different strings made of ice steel. Larian steel, which on identification is an extremely expensive and rare material, glowing a faint green. and there is a spell attached to these strings if they were to be attached to a harp.
Boy! I imagined like coils, not like strings. I imagined like, you know, those like the twisty things?
Yeah. And they're all tangled and just piss you off.
Yeah, I didn't imagine that. I imagined
all
like an
different
actual
wires.
like coil.
Yep.
Okay, what's the spell? What's
So-
the spell?
I have the item. I'll attribute it to you in D&D and beyond after this. But the spell is called Jules' Desperate Plea.
Ooh.
Once per long rest, these strings allow the caster to scream their target's name at maximum volume. If the target is willing, the caster may choose to teleport the creature to any other unoccupied space within 60 feet of the caster.
That is so fucking cool. I'm gonna put those strings in my heart.
You know,
With my mending.
Yeah.
Mending.
Mending.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, I'll send that to you afterwards.
Yes.
Cool. That was it. What
As
else?
the vision fades and you identify, you lose sight of where Jewel was. It appears that no one knows where she ended up, or where the orc ended up. So these strings were, you don't know why they were with Yanagar, but you get the feeling, knowing Yanagar, she probably didn't steal them. They were just there.
Okay. Is that it? That's all I have to identify? Coils.
Unless you want to identify the other scroll again.
No.
The gem.
I wanted you to roll something other than a 3 every time, but
Can I? No, I can't. I don't have advantage.
Do it. Do it.
don't be
do
baited
it.
by the DM or your players.
Should I do it?
What's the
I wanna
worst that
do
could
it.
happen?
I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna try and identify
I
it
wanna
again.
do it.
You know what to do.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, wait. A 6!
You rolled a 6.
Is that good? I feel like that's good.
You're gonna need like a 2 or something. Like
You lose another hit point.
Ugh, you're dead.
instant death.
I gotta bring up the table again.
Not even death saving throws.
Just instant death.
Been chancing it this whole time without knowing.
Okay, you roll a 6.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
You pull up your magic, you go to identify. The
What are
scroll
you gonna do?
So money.
takes the energy, blocks you again,
I'll get fucked.
and sends it straight back at you. You're bracing yourself, thinking, "Oh God, this is when I'm gonna start feeling the pain." You do not lose another health point.
I do not.
You start to you look down and you're looking at the scroll, and suddenly something purple or blackish sort of starts rippling up and then disappears. And you look at your hands and you look up around you, and you can see the terrain around you melding into itself and moving. So you can still see yourself and you can still see where you are, but there's another terrain being laid down over the top of where you are. And from every description that you had from Damara, you think that you may be in the void. At least you can see everything that's in the void, because there are creatures and things walking around that suddenly notice that you can notice them,
Oh,
look at you and continue on, that everyone else doesn't seem to be able to see.
I messed up.
It's fairly scary. You've not seen these creatures before, and someone with more of an attraction to the Fae, this is the opposite of what you would call home.
Do you scream?
Why are you pulling
Of course
that
I
face?
scream. I scream really loud. I don't want to scream
Okay.
for the mic and everyone else's sake, but I scream
If I
so loud.
I see her with the scroll, I jump into the carriage and whack it out of her hands.
You whack it down.
Yeah. Does anything happen for her?
No, you can still see everything.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Harkal's little lizard body and I'm gonna be like, am I here? Am I here?
Yes, yes!
Okay. Oh.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm seeing things.
What do you see?
What?
What do I see?
Uh,
What do
you-
little creatures look like?
Some of them are lumbering. Some of them, there's like little swarms of insects. They all seem to
creepy
sometimes just
corns.
pass through things that you can see, like the other people and the carts and horses and creatures around you. They just sort of, they don't pay attention to each other. Yeah.
What do you see?
Bugs.
Oh, cool.
No.
They're not here. Things that aren't here. Things that are like what? Tamara.
What?
Tomorrow's there.
I'm going to explain one of the bugs to him. The weird looking bug.
Yeah.
Like,
It sounds lovely. I can't see it. What is it? Why are you explaining this bug to me?
Are you getting sick? Or are you just seeing things?
no, I'm seeing things that aren't, I hope, aren't there.
No, his new arm weight was crazy.
You're an imbecile. It looks...
Interesting note. Are you in your elven form?
Well, I mean, how long did we say? It was 8 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 8 hours, so you still would be.
Yeah.
When you look at Hayton, you don't see her in her elven form, but you also don't see her crystals either. She doesn't seem to have crystals in her hand. She shifts back to her normal state that you can just still see everything around you, but the image that's laid over the top of her is just her long hair, but without crystals.
I'm gonna say, where did your crystals go?
My crystals are still there. What do you mean?
It's like when I saw Damara, when Damara wasn't there.
Or like how faint min could be seen. For you, even though for everyone else it wasn't there. Is it some sort of polar opposite dimension?
I don't like it.
As you're talking, it slowly starts to fade away, and every now and again you see a trick of the light that you think it's getting stronger, but it gets weaker.
Looking around like a frick.
Yeah, you're coming down. You're coming down.
That come down is hard.
And everything, the visions were still there. Everything that you, the real was still there. But
Did I see anything interesting?
Not really. I mean, everything was interesting in that everything was not like anything you'd seen before.
Okay.
Roll a general intelligence check with your intelligence modifier.
15.
15. From what you may have known about, learnt about the Feywild and your connection and a lot of creatures' connection to the Feywild, this may have been the opposite, the Shadowfell. It was bereft of colour, life, it was dark, it was pretty scary.
I'm not touching it again.
Okay, can you stop touching me now?
I let it go.
Thank you.
I let it go. In shock.
I don't like that crystal thing. Do I know anything? That freaks me out.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
So she said to you that she didn't see your crystals.
Yeah.
Remember that you are in your elven form. She may have just been mentioning that she couldn't see your crystals in your elven form, or if it did freak you out, yeah, she would probably have described that she saw your longer hair in normal form.
Okay.
I'm going to say, just for understanding's sake, because she wouldn't just say you don't have your crystals when no one's been able to see them all day. But yeah, apparently when she saw you, she saw your true visage, but she did not see your crystals in your hair.
Do elves usually have crystals?
No.
Why do you?
Crystal Genasi.
What the fuck is that?
Well, long story short.
Panther.
My mum had a crystal dildo, and here I am.
Genie, human, pan to fireplace. Then we've got that, and we've got a Genasi, pan those to fireplace. Then we've got...
I'm sorry, what? Genie, human, pan, fireplace.
Gives you a Genasi.
Uh-huh.
And then Mum, Dad, Genasi, me. But,
Where's the elf?
Mum. That's my grandparents.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
But my grandfather, he enchanted my mum's womb, and we think that's where the crystals came from.
Enchanted.
Mm-hmm.
With what?
His powers. I'm not going into that with you.
Fair enough.
So no. Elves do not just have crystals, but
Elves do not have crystals.
Anwei saying I didn't have crystals in whatever she was seeing is weird.
I thought you were an elf.
No, she's not an elf.
You guys look exactly the same.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
We are very different.
No, you both have the big ears. Like, you're basically the same
We look
person.
the same now.
I mean, when I first met you, I could barely tell you apart. To tell you the honest.
do. No, we don't.
Harkel, to be
We could be
fair, you got
sisters at the moment.
pretty big ears yourself.
Yeah, and I'm fucking proud of it.
Doesn't
Thank
she have
you.
different skin tone and colour, hair, and everything to me? Isn't she a different height?
You guys are about the same height.
I've got my mask
you're
on,
like the
remember?
same
But you would know.
No, I know.
You would know that her mask removes what genasi there is in her, and makes her more like what probably
Like a wood elf.
one of her parents, like
Dirty
like
wood
a
elf.
like a wood elf. Yes.
We all look the same to you.
Yeah, I mean, like, when I first met you, I couldn't tell you apart, but I had to, like, really put some effort into it, because I know all your soft skins get all big about
My
that.
ears are very different.
I mean, yours has more, like, shit on it, but it's, like, same.
But I think all lizards look the same.
No, I don't.
You and Nectar could be brethren.
She's red!
Mm-hmm. Exactly the same.
You know what?
Oh my
I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
You should.
Can I? Is she still like going in and out?
No,
No,
I'm calm down.
It's faded now. Every now and again,
Am I
maybe
exhausted?
she thinks she can know. No,
Okay,
you're fine.
I'm fine.
You just saw some things.
Anwei, when you looked at me, did you see anything in my hair?
No.
Did you see an arrow in my hair?
No.
Okay.
Didn't see anything. You just looked.
Just want to do it.
Still flying around.
Just check.
You looked
Yeah. At
normal.
this point, you've moved about 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. Everything looks pretty clear.
Do you have hands? Or are your hands your wings?
No, I've got arms. and
Okay.
hands, and then my wings are on my back.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I've seen your boat, yeah.
While we're travelling along, I sort of see the Yanagar statue on Harkel's belt, and start thinking about Yanagar and that moment where we were both touching the crystal, and her life flashed before my eyes, and my life flashed before her eyes.
Yeah.
And just knowing now, like what happened with Celestine, these strings from the traveler, just there's like little bits of
You wanna
information
reminisce?
that we've I'm just want to reminisce and see if any of those flashes made that I had make more sense to me now with that information.
You think back to Yanagar and the flashes you got. It started young, and it started with a very altruistic person, a very caring individual, and you got flashes and feelings and some images of just striving for good's sake,
Yep.
driven on for some purpose. You're guessing in service of Nocticure, and it felt worthwhile. It felt she knew what she was doing. And towards the end of the flashes, there may have been some uncertain times. You get some images of maybe some folk that she was dealing with that maybe she didn't want to.
Any that I recognize?
You don't get any faces.
Yeah.
It's more a feeling. It was a very quick flash.
Yeah.
And you remember uneasiness and uncertainty, and a feeling in your chest of something being placed into it, of something alien to her that she maybe didn't want, a path in her life that she maybe didn't plan for, but she just accepted it, and it was kind of it was for the right cause, but the feeling in the chest was heavy, and thinking back to seeing Celestine remove Yanagar's life, strangely, she reached into the
Into
same
the
place,
chest,
into
yeah,
the chest, and
Yep.
seemed to grab a hold of something there that
And the flashes
Was
that I
destroyed.
got were before that happened as well, so she wasn't
Yeah.
putting it in that moment. She
Yep.
was seemingly reaching in and taking it out. I'm just going to ponder that
Yep.
as we're travelling along.
Speaking of the statue, thinking of Yanagar, did she have that gold chain around her neck when I saw her?
she didn't have a gold chain.
Or the gold pen? Was it a pendant or was it part of her armor?
You never saw it.
Never saw it.
You saw her armor, and you saw her armor quite high up, but you never saw anything on her. She had a very clear clavicle and chest.
Yeah.
So if there was anything on her, it was not hung by a chain.
Yeah.
Argale, that statue you're carrying, do you mind if I have a look at the symbol on Yanagar's chest?
Sure. I take it out and I keep holding it.
Yep.
Out to you. Or
And-
to Iris or whoever.
Yep, Iris is going to fly right down, perch right in front of it, and stare really intently at the symbol, the detail in it.
Yeah, so Iris goes sort of side on,
Mhm.
darting the eye around.
Yep.
And what you see is a very beautiful depiction of a sun. A very brightly burning sun with two hands up underneath it. It's sort of reminiscent of what you may have seen of Celestine's mark. But you've never seen this before.
But it's different.
It's very different.
Yep.
Very intricately carved.
Yep.
At least from the detail you can get from a little statue. So Iris darts his face around a little bit more. There doesn't seem to be anything else of note. But it seems to be it seems to be almost like the top of a ball. It's sitting right there on the chest.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. It was a gift from Nectar.
She's getting better.
Yeah, she is.
At least the heads aren't falling off.
Roll a deception check.
I was being genuine!
No, I know you're being genuine, but looking at all the stuff that was in that room, you're guessing Nectar probably didn't. Or now knowing that, Nectar probably didn't make this. It's very, very well made.
Oh yeah.
We just
It's about a 10.
10?
Yeah.
Is it a 10?
It's a 10 and then I have a plus here, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. You believe that.
alright. It's below my passive wisdom and perception, insight and perception. But fair enough. Okay. She's getting better.
Yeah. Yanagar didn't wear this pendant when we saw her, did she?
No, she didn't, but I think it might be representative of something deeper.
Yeah, but that brings into question why it was put on this statue. If she didn't actually wear it.
In the same place that Celestine reached into her chest.
Yeah.
Days before multiple days of darkness, when her pendant depicts two hands holding up the sun.
What did she do to her? Yanagar? She seemed content with it, but I can't see anyone being content with having a hand pushed through their chest.
It was clearly for something greater. She was a very altruistic person, always thinking of others, always doing what was right by the world, not by herself. So maybe the greatness of that sacrifice made the pain of it bearable.
Is this a common thing? People just sacrificing themselves for their gods?
Well, not in the people that I knew, but in the last couple of weeks, there has been a lot of sacrifice for others. So maybe the world is a bigger place than I once thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably just go off the cart again.
Cart trundling, Nick circling, sun shining.
Well, yeah, I'd have to come down. I'll try and practice flying for as long as I can.
Practice. Nix is practicing flying.
When Nix lands, can I say, Nix, the first time that Virabeth was mentioned, you had quite the reaction, and you never really explained to us how you know this Virabeth.
I don't know her personally, just of her, but I've been around, and I was just surprised that she seemed to be so intimately connected with your situation, considering she is somebody and we are essentially nobodies. So it seemed like a strange connection. Though, to the general population, no one is suspicious of her. But in higher circles, she's known to have an agenda, as we've found out.
What higher circles are you aware of the thoughts and feelings of?
Well, I don't run with them anymore, but I used to do certain work for certain people.
Certain people that can afford that sort of work to be done for them, I'm sure.
You could say that.
You guys whispering?
No.
No, I'm speaking openly.
Looking up from my book.
Hear you from the car.
Yeah. Are you walking or you're inside the car?
I'm walking, but I'm beside the car.
Sure. I want to go over to Hakel. And I heard the conversation that you had with Mr. or Mrs. Big Shiny Golden Dragonborn. And I just want you to know that, to me, you're a big scale. And I hand her one of my feathers.
What's this?
I have a special kind of feathers that I can make very sharp. And you can throw them and do some damage. So I thought you might like to have one.
Are you patronizing me or are you being genuine?
I'm being very genuine.
Can I prick my finger?
Yeah. I'll take one out and throw it at the nearest tree and just...
Yep. Pretty solid. Flies pretty straight. You lose 37 hit points. It's sharp.
That is
very,
all
very
I
sharp,
have.
and you can see from its razor's tip just before you think it's going to pierce your skin. It already has. It's a sharp feather.
Wow.
I appreciate it. I don't really have anything to give you though.
I don't want anything in return. I just want you to know that sometimes people of our stature should look out for each other.
Oh.
I agree. You were friends with Yanagar, right?
I was deeply connected to Yanagar. Yeah, she did me a tremendous favor.
I don't know how this is gonna come across, because generally among my people it'll be fine. But it's she died bravely and honorably, and I think wherever she is, she's satisfied, and you should be proud of her.
Thank you very much. Hope one day we'll find the answers.
Yeah.
Wherever she is, I owe her a great deal.
And with that conversation, the cart trundles into the distance. Sun keeps on shining, and we'll end it there.
Rock and
Jesus.
rolling into the sunset.
Rolling, we're rock and rolling into the sunset.
Thanks, everyone. Apologies for the late start. We have cables and computers everywhere to try and get us online today. We did it. Big thanks to Benjamin in the control center. All of the help. Long
Love
sesh.
Benny.
There's coins over there. Jordan's holding them up. You can get those by subscribing. You know you want them. They're shiny, they're cool, they're amazing.
What were they? They're sexy?
They were sexy.
Only one more subscriber until we give these away. So
True.
That's
It's
all
true.
we need.
only room for one more person.
Cool. Thanks for your time, everyone.
Thanks.
See you next Sunday.
See you guys.
Thank